Gary Franchi here, Next News Network, coming at you from just outside the West Wing. Folks, it's Monday, April 28th, 2025, and the White House is a hive of action. Reporters scrambling to unpack the 8:30 a.m. briefing that just lit D.C. on fire. Now, the press room is quiet right now. Everyone's hunched over laptops, but out here, the energy is electric. I was in that briefing ready to hit Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt with a question about President Trump's court cleanup. Yeah, tied to that exclusive I nabbed last night when I got Trump on video, seconds after he hopped off Marine One, unloading on activist judges. Now, the briefing was a whirlwind, and I didn't get my shot to ask, but no worries. I've got the full scoop on what went down, plus the day's lineup, and it's all Trump delivering big league. Let's dive in, because this is the truth the swamp cannot bury. So let's kick it off with the moment I caught last night right after Trump's 7:15 p.m. Marine One landing. I asked him straight up about cleaning up the courts after Wisconsin Judge Hannah Dugans' arrest, and he brought the heat. Here's the clip. Let's roll it. Mr. President, what's next for cleaning up the courts after Judge Dugans' arrest?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's next for cleaning up the courts after Judge Dugans' arrest?
Oh, it's terrible. What happened there is terrible. That could happen with a judge is so ashamed. And we have to bring our country back from all these criminals that Biden allowed to come in. These are world-class criminals and people that are insane, people from jails, murderers, drug addicts, drug dealers. And, you know, we have a country. We have to be proud of our country. We can't let these people stay. The courts are allowing them to stay. And we're just not going to allow it. So hopefully the Supreme Court will come to the rescue of our country. Thank you, Mr. President.
Boom, that's Trump in warrior mode, slamming Biden's border chaos and vowing to stop courts from protecting world-class criminals. That was the perfect lead-in to today's briefing, where Leavitt and border czar Tom Homan dropped a border security sledgehammer. Now, I walk past these mugshot yard signs you can see behind me right here on the White House lawn. Faces of illegal alien murderers, child predators, you name it, nabbed by ICE. Leavitt handed out this 14-page report on 100 of the worst illegals ICE has cuffed, a blazing takedown of Biden's open border nightmare. She called Trump's first 99 days and day 100 tomorrow the most historic ever, especially on the border. Now, Biden let 10 million illegals invade, killing innocents like Laken Riley and Jocelyn Nungary. Trump, well, he has locked it down, and the numbers are unreal. Leavitt said that southwest border crossings tanked to 7,000 in March of 2025, a 95% plunge from Biden's 140,000 a year ago. And February hit a record low. March went even lower. From January 20 to April 1, only 9 illegals were released into the U.S. compared to Biden's 184,000, 99.9% drop. Trump declaring a border emergency, sending the military and border patrol to crush the invasion, ended catch and release, brought back remain in Mexico, and the border wall surging, 85 miles of new construction, 75 miles of temporary barriers with Texas and DOD. Biden's CBP-1 app swapped for the CBP Home Act to push self-deportation of the cartels labeled as terrorists, with Trump wielding the Alien Enemies Act to take them out. And of course, Homan, a force of nature, a 40-year vet who served 6 presidents and says Trump's border is the most secure in history, outdoing his first term. He hit us with a stunner. Only 178 illegals crossed yesterday, down from Biden's 15,000 daily. Gotaways from 1,800 a day to 38. His Operation Tidal Wave bagged 800 illegals in Florida over 4 days. MS-13 murderers. The Lot in Colorado Springs, DHS raided a Tren de Aragua nightclub, nabbing 100 illegals with drugs and weapons. This is the biggest deportation campaign ever, and Homan's all in, and he warned illegals, register with the DHS or face jail and deportation. Got a removal order, fines up to $998 a day. And if you don't leave, that's the Trump Law and Order playbook, and MAGA is loving it. Now, things got heated in the briefing room. Reporters pushed on deporting kids or heirs, but Homan wasn't fazed. U.S. citizens, kid leaving with deported moms, their parents' choice, keeping families intact. Sanctuary cities, Homan said any official, mayors, judges harboring illegals is fair game for prosecution, echoing my Trump clip where he called out courts for letting criminals stay. Now, Leavitt confirmed Trump's open to all legal remedies to blast through judicial roadblocks like Dugans' arrest for helping an illegal evade ICE. I had a zinger ready about Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson facing arrest for shielding illegals, but the briefing was a packed house, too many questions, not enough time. Still, Homan's warnings had every sanctuary mayor sweating. So what is on tap today? The press office schedule stacked with Trump's keeping the momentum. At 12:30 p.m., he's lunching with Vice President J.D. Vance in the private dining room closed to the press. But you know they're cooking up something huge. At 2 p.m., he's meeting the Speaker of the House in the Oval Office, probably plotting to steamroll Congress. And at 4 p.m. on the South Lawn, he's hosting the Super Bowl champ Philadelphia Eagles, open to pre-credentialed media. I have registered waiting for clearance, and Trump is going to fire up the fans. And then at 5, the big show, Trump signing 2 executive orders in the Oval Office, one boosting law enforcement, the other targeting sanctuary cities. Leavitt said that this EO will direct Attorney General Pam Bondi and DHS Secretary Noem to call out places like Chicago for blocking ICE. That's 140 EOs already blowing past Biden's 4-year total. This is day 99 of Trump's second term, and it's a masterclass in making America great again. The borders of fortress, cartels are on the ropes, and sanctuary cities are about to get schooled. And the less griping, griping, their Pew poll says 59% disapprove. Some whine about chaos, but 36% of voters are MAGA warriors, and they are roaring. Gas prices 4-year low. Groceries down 8%. Deportations up 85%. That's victory and not chaos. So I'm out here by the West Wing where the press is hustling. The truth is breaking free, giving you the unfiltered scoop. So stick with me, folks, because Trump's just getting warmed up, and it's only Monday morning.